we just saw the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth new gameplay footage of like the grass fields, and it was fantastic. That video has already been uploaded. Feel free to check that out. I uploaded it earlier in the middle of the night because it was just way too hype. However, we do got to talk about the world, because in this trailer they revealed a lot more of the map. The discussion that we were having a couple days ago with our chat about how that section of Junon is actually not what I was thinking it was. It turns out it was what I was thinking it was. I was right. I do want to showcase to you guys exactly the way that I was thinking, and pipes that we saw on the front of the map. All of that stuff was very accurate. And we could actually go back into the showcase for the beginning part, and they do show that, because they start off this gameplay right here actually. And as soon as they leave Calm, it transitions to the cutscene from the Summer Games Fest trailer, and they walk out, and it is showing them like different areas of like the map around them, right? And they're talking about what they need to do, what they need to look for right here. It just quickly transitions into gameplay. They're like, all right, let's get ready, let's get moving. And remember I was saying these two cliffs look like the two corners of the edge of the map, which was this right here. Because remember I was saying Calm is somewhere around here where these pipes are, and then we're looking out at like this corner here and this corner here. If you look at the gameplay right here, it's pretty much what I was envisioning, right? Like you're out on this area of, and this is Calm, and you can look out and those are the cliffs. Just to give you a bit better idea, that's essentially what it looks like. So yeah, those cliffs right there from the beginning, that's where we're actually looking out at, and that's what they're seeing. So what we're saying before, this region of Junon, like this isn't like that whole bottom left corner, right? That's not the case anymore, actually. Let's pull up that tweet. This is essentially what the chat was thinking, right? It's like, oh, this area right here is what this is right here circled, and like this entire area that we're seeing right here is just pretty much this region of Junon, which would have been cool, but that would have mean that the goddamn world is just way too big. And I mean, looking at it right here, and I understand now, like seeing it, I understand what they were thinking, but they showed it to us in the actual gameplay, and that's just not the case. And then as you walk around, I mean, god damn, like seeing the rest of this is like so fantastic. That's not necessarily a bad thing either. Like this being the case is good. There's a lot of stuff that they can pack into this, and it shows that they were able to do that. Like if we scroll a little bit forward, there's actually a moment where we meet up with Chadley, and he asks us, he takes Cloud over to this tower, and they use the tower to set off these like waves, and it lets us know where other things are. Like it shows us on the map where objectives and different things are. Like we had this like drone view, this is like bird's eye view with like Chadley. I guess he's like searching and finding all the nearby items and objectives near us, and he does that. Like it zooms out and it shows, okay, I thought it was going to unveil this part of the map, but it didn't. It just marked different stuff that you can go and investigate and accomplish. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any more updates for this game. There's a lot of stuff coming. This is the mind-blowing thing. After you finish this hunt, I was not expecting this. Once you finish this hunt, they full on start dragging the map around, show you all the stuff that you walked, all the stuff that you unlocked during this entire like 25-minute showcase, and they fast travel back to Calm. Let's see how long it takes. So for a city, it looks like it takes a little longer. That was about 4 seconds. 4 or 5 seconds to fast travel back to Calm from the other side. And dude, just look at how this looks. I thought this was Alexandria. Just the way that it's designed, the way that the houses are set up right next to each other, hugging each other, like connected. That's so good. Look at all the people. Look how many activities there are, and this has style. I really do like this a lot. This is just fantastic. You guys can go look at the full footage over there. But I mean, what they were able to do here, and probably what I guess they were able to reduce the size by making Fort Condor an island now, is like they got rid of all this right here. This is now a separate thing. It's its own island. You can access that maybe later on in the story, maybe in a future part or something. But it all pretty much follows like a similar trek, right? Because of the way we were looking at it, I was thinking like this is Calm. That is true. That is Calm. And then you go across here. The farm was all over here where Chadley was, where he kind of like lit up the sky. And then as we make our way down here, we will access other things like the Mithril Caves, the mines or whatever, Junon. And it's just, it's awesome. It's still massive. It's still crazy big. I should have made that bet with people in the chat yesterday, because a lot of you guys are like, yo, I'll bet right now. I will bet you money, Blitz, right now. And I'm like, yo, chill, bro. It ain't that serious. But if you want, I'm joking. This is going to be exciting. And like, this is just one section. Like, if you look at this whole other side, we still have yet to like really go to and access, and we're going to see more of later on. Yeah, looking through like this side, like we're going to leave Junon to go to Costa del Sol. We go to Costa del Sol, and eventually from there we go up this like mountain path that's going to have its own thing. And then you make your way through the trail, the trail of like the railroad tracks, and it cuts through and it gets you to Mount Corel. And then from Mount Corel, there is an airlift that you take that takes you to the Gold Saucer. But I wonder how they're going to explain where the Corel prison is, right? Because if the Gold Saucer drops you off in the Corel prison, it's got to be like in this desert area, kind of like where Ruby Weapon was hiding. But it never really felt like that in the game. And then, of course, after that, we get the buggy, and the buggy can cross over water and trek like dirt paths. So we access that. And then we have like this little dude's house over here that kind of tells you the keystone information and all that other shit. But then Gungaga. Look, this is the forest of the ancient forest, I think it was called. Then you go through here, and this forest here, you actually have a second chance to get Yuffie if you didn't get her in Junon. So the Junon like forest area. In the OG game, you had enough. This is actually the first place where I got Yuffie when I was younger. And we got Cosmo Canyon, which is going to be hella expanded. We saw that Cosmo Canyon region. Let me pull that up actually. This is going to be expanded way more. They show it more in the trailer actually. So let me pull that up. Look at Cosmo Canyon's region, dude. There's a lot of stuff here. Like if you take your time and you look at it, like there's that tower right there to show us all the objectives. There's some hidden like there's a hidden like thing right here that we could probably access. All of this shit here. Look at these little like housing structures on this side on the bottom. There is something like right here by me, above me. Right, there's this little like area there, and this even seems to be more stuff that goes even beyond that. This area is probably getting a beefy like overhaul. It's gonna be like massive, and of course, like when you compare it to, there's more shit to do on this continent. Shinra being the assholes they are, they don't have a lot of fun on this continent, and we're gonna make our way from there to Nibelheim, which is right here, and then Nibelheim, which is actually right next to Mount Corel, pretty close, to Rocket Town. In Rocket Town, we're going to go back to this dude's place. He's going to tell us about the Keystone. Then we go back to here. We learn about the Keystone, and we get stuck there again. And that's where Cat Shit steals the Keystone. Gives it to Shinra. We learn about what's going on with him. And then from there, we make our way over to the Temple of the Ancients, which is this path. And then from here, the game could either go straight to the Lost Capital, which is like here, but that might get repurposed. I don't know if we'll spend a lot of time walking through the snowy region. That might just be like something like minimal that they do, but then we could explore that in Rebirth, I guess. And then you got the northern crater, or yeah, the northern crater, and that I don't think we're gonna see this at all in Rebirth. That's most definitely gonna be a part 3 thing, because they say it ends in the Lost Capital. And then part 3, there's a whole new area we unlock. The deep sea, all of this. Emerald weapon under there and a whole bunch of stuff. The sunken Galinka. There's a ton of things. And a Medial off on this side. We got the caves, right? The Materia caves way off in the distance. Friggin' Goblin Island. This random ass place. Oh, Goblin Island's here, right? Actually, no, I think Goblin Island's over here. This one is the enemy that always drops the Kraken Nut, the Cactuar Island. And of course, I didn't mention Wutai, which like Wutai is going to be its own thing. And it's probably going to be even more massive, like for part 3, because they did say that they want to expand it a little bit, which I would like, because I feel like the first continent has more stuff than Wutai, which is unfortunate, but it would be really cool to see Wutai get like some love in that sense, right? Because it's technically 4 continents. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to access 3 in Rebirth. They said this one, and this one. I love all the stuff that I've been seeing. I really am glad that it's... I'm not glad that this isn't this. It would have been cool if the world was that massive. But I'm glad we have confirmation and that I'm not crazy. And this is, in fact, where Calm is. And we make our way over there. And we walk through all this. Then we go from here to Junon. And then we have all this area. And this, I'm pretty sure, is like areas leading up to like where Midgar is. It probably is up higher than this. but this is the highest point that people could reach in the demo. Yeah, I think there will be a hard mode for sure. Hard mode was a huge hit in the remake. I doubt they would like remove that from Rebirth. That should be retained, but I don't know if it'll be something you have from the jump or you have to unlock it. I'm pretty sure you'll probably have to unlock it because they want you to have a lot of items from normal. Pretty soon, we're gonna get reveals of the map that is going to be existing within Rebirth very soon. I mean, they're showing us a lot of stuff. I really would have liked, honestly, for there to be a demo, but it looks like that it wasn't the case. But we got a whole bunch of other stuff to talk about in the meanwhile and hold us over. And between me, Max, Baby Seal, Night Sky Prince, many other of our friends' channels, make sure you guys drop a comment and hit that like button because we're all excited. As Ff7 fans, Final Fantasy fans in general, this is a great time to be alive. I know 16 wasn't everybody's cup of tea. It wasn't like the game that I was expecting it to be either. But dude, they're knocking it out of the park with this. They are absolutely crushing it, and I can't wait to see what else they have in store for us. Queen's Blood, all those other mini games. Dude, I'm gonna lose myself in this game. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Final Fantasy videos are on the way and you don't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ and thanks for watching.